وأنا فهمتكم. يا نعم أنا فهمتكم وفهمت الجميع، البطال والمحتاج واللي طالب مزيد من الحريات، فهمتكم.
It was a moment many Tunisians thought would never come, when on January 13th, 2011, the president, Zine El Abidine Ben Ali, admitted to the world mistakes had been made. He promised freedom and jobs.
الحرية الكاملة للإعلام.
But it was too late. The course of the revolution could not be changed. People demanded an end to the regime. One crucial question is what happens when a dictatorship crumbles. In Tunisia's case, on January 14th, thousands of people came out onto the streets. Chaos spread quickly. Ben Ali fled the country, and Tunisians were left wondering who will lead the country. Dr. Mohamed Belhossein, resident representative of the United Nations Development Programme in Tunisia, witnessed the change.
Overnight, you become ignorant of whom you're going to be dealing with, what is their orientation, what are their priorities, how we're going to start working.
Fouad Mbaza, head of parliament at the time, became the interim president. There would be an election within the year.
Everything accelerated, where you had first to figure out what to do, second to do it quickly because time was running, and third you had to deliver.
Right after the revolution, people were very much aware that the old framework is obsolete.
Ayad Ben Ashour heads the committee in charge of reforming the country's legal framework, which became one of the main partners of UNDP.
تجربة انتخابية جديدة مبنية على معايير جديدة وعلى عمل جديد وعقلية جديدة تماما، ولكن هذا كان يتطلب أشياء عديدة. كان يتطلب أولا قانون انتخابي جديد، كان يتطلب إحداث هيئة مستقلة تشرف وتنجز العملية الانتخابية.
A series of meetings were held with civil society and leaders of political parties.
We tried to mobilize expertise in these two domains and putting them in relation with the committee in charge of rewriting the new law.
So it was the first time in Tunisian history to have 46 political parties sitting together in the same room discussing something that is of most concern to them.
In September 2011, two new laws relating to NGOs and political parties were voted in.
We came up with a very permissive law for NGOs and associations, which I believe is one of the best in the Arab world at least.
But then a countdown to the election started, with campaigning and voter registration.
We decided to focus in our support to the civil society in this framework of electoral support was to try to strengthen the capacity of women candidates to make sure that they campaign with the same advantages, the same assets, and the same as do, and the same capacity as do men. We decided to bring young singers together instead of taking one big figure of the art of Tunisia. We preferred to give a chance for younger singers.
في العروق يزي ما عشنا اللوطة زعما قوليش فما الفوق ويا ما فات الفوت راك مازال تتعلم الدنيا هذه دروس وانتي رتبة لك تسلم يا شعب
On October 23rd, more than 3 million Tunisians went to the polls in what was the first democratic election of representatives of the people.
أول مرة نلقى مع في 20 سنة أول مرة انتخبت مرة في انتخابات بلدية لقيتها فارغة.
قلت لك ليه؟ قلنا لك ليه؟ ما تفهمش ليه؟ وانتوما قولوا للرشوة ليه؟
UNDP made fighting corruption one of its main priorities.
We supported them by bringing some expertise in Tunisia and by organizing some exchange of experience in the area of corruption and how to tackle it, how to address it.
The security services were one of the key instruments of the Ben Ali regime. UNDP, along with the Tunisian authorities, began reforms to foster respect of human rights.
Un des axes sur lesquels on a travaillé avec le ministère de l'Intérieur, l'amélioration de l'accueil et de la relation du citoyen avec l'officier de l'ordre public, donc avec la police. On travaille aussi sur le développement de procédures opérationnelles en rapport avec le respect des droits de l'homme.
In the midst of a Tunisian uprising, civil war broke out in neighbouring Libya. Overnight, Tunisians living off trade with Libya lost their livelihoods and saw an influx of thousands of Libyan refugees. UNDP reacted swiftly to this growing crisis, launching projects in the south of Tunisia.
We managed to provide short-term employment to 500 people. We mainly train them on organizational capacities that included roles in the associations, the financial management, administrative management, dealing with authorities, reporting.
في العهد السابق هناك حلقة مفقودة هي حلقة الجمعيات المجتمع المدني بكل بعامة. الحلقة هذه شنو دورها؟ هي تساهم في سد الفراغ الموجود بين مؤسسات الدولة أي الدولة كل وبين الشعب.
After revolution comes transition. In Tunisia, justice and the writing of a new constitution are major challenges.
Comme vous savez, dans beaucoup de pays, quand ils sortent d'une période de dictature, il faut essayer de tourner la page. Tourner la page, pas n'importe comment. Il faut vraiment voir quelles sont les malversations qui ont été faites, quels sont les responsables, et puis trouver une solution pour que le pays avance aussi.
Political leaders say Tunisia has to be committed to reconciliation, but before that, it must uncover the truth about the past.
كان النظام في السابق قبل الثورة يخشى من الانفتاح لأن لديه ملفات يخشى منها سواء فيما يهم الانتقال الديمقراطي والتداول على السلطة أو فيما يهم انتهاكات حقوق الإنسان. نحن لم تعد لنا مثل هذه المخاوف.
Tunisia has made a lot of progress in a short space of time, but it still needs a new constitution and to elect a new government.
Les processus de transition, c'est pas tous les jours que ça se déroule. Dans la vie d'une nation, ça arrive peut-être une fois à l'échelle d'une génération ou de 2 générations. Mais du point de vue des Nations Unies, le développement ne peut pas être fait indépendamment des citoyens. C'est un développement pour l'homme.
There is commitment from UNDP to support this political process and, crucially, stand by the Tunisian people and their struggle for freedom.
لقد صرخت في عروقنا دماء نموت ويحيا الوطن إذا الشعب يوما أراد الحياة لابد أن يستجيب القدر.